President Reagan signed an amnesty bill mid-'80s, and many of the long-term senators say it was a huge mistake. We shouldn't have done it. In your opinion, was it a mistake? And if it did fail, why did it fail? And why will reforms to grant a pathway to citizenship to undocumented immigrants, what has to happen for that to succeed this time?
I won't go as far to say Congress made a mistake in '86. I think that they didn't do it. They didn't do it completely. They didn't do the whole job, but they may not have been able to anticipate that at the time. So I won't condemn them and say they made a mistake like they're condemning themselves. I will say that they turned out in hindsight to have not done the full job. And the reason I say that is they did legalize about 2 million people. And so they created this way that people could get back into society, and that was good. They reformed the categories of immigration. But as I explained, because we're still living basically with the same thing, in '86 they did the legalization, in '90 they rewrote a lot of the categories for the employment base particularly. They were all aimed at high-skilled workers, as was clear from what I was telling you. They're all aimed at high-skilled workers. So their vision, and it was Alan Simpson out of Wyoming was the primary drafter of that, and his vision really was America needs innovation, America needs high-skilled workers, we want to be the best we can be and all those things, and we want to attract those people to the U.S., and that was all good. There's nothing wrong with that. We certainly benefited from that. But they did not anticipate this phenomenon we were just talking about, which was as we grew, as we got more prosperous, as we got more educated, as our birth rate went down, we had this gaping hole in the system. And the failure to step in and fix that earlier is, I think, where their mistake came. So some congressmen will say, well, if you promote illegal behavior, it will just perpetuate, and that's why I don't want to have, you grant amnesty, you get more law breaking. Well, if you don't have a system that works at all, you get more law breaking too. So which one is, which one's the cause, which one's the effect? And I personally believe that people would rather follow the law than break the law. But we have to give them a way to do that. And so, so that's where I see the mistake, is that they didn't get in there sooner and do something about it and fix it at that point. Whether we can convince them of that, I don't know. But I think now with the more modern technology we have, the better security we can do, a lot of things that we can do, if we will solve this one problem, we can solve a lot of other problems. So it would be better overall than it was in '86.